People always ask me about Charleston White. They say, Truth, what's up with Charleston White? You know, he just pepper sprayed Soldier Boy. He be dissing all kind of people. He said shit about Vaughn. He said shit about Breezy. He be talking about doing crazy shit. And I want to be 100% honest with y'all, right? I kind of think Charleston White is cool, man. I think Charleston White is funny. I think he got a different perspective on things, you know. Sometimes beautiful minds come in different shapes and shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think Charleston White didn't cross the line on certain situations, you know. I think he has points on things, though. You know, I think he be expressing, you know, points that a lot of people be expressing, you know, but just don't want to say that shit out loud. To be honest, we all got a Charleston White in the hood, you know. Charleston White like somebody granddaddy or daddy or older uncle who just hip as hell and super cool as hell. So, you know, he got his own mindset on things. He just feel like the rappers fuck the hood up and shit. So, I don't think Charleston White is too wrong on some of the things he said. Now, it is things that I believe he crossed the line on. You know, I think the whole thing about like King Von Mama, we like, fuck King Von Mama. I think that was too far, you know. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I repeated that, but I think that's just too far. I think some of the things he was saying about King Von is too far. I get he's saying, you know, the demon shit and shit like that. That's his perspective. If he want to feel like that, as touchy and strong that is, that's his perspective. But to make it your business to cement that in the culture is a little bit too much for me. I didn't understand that. I don't understand some of the extra other wild things he said, but I get it. Just the internet. Sometimes you got to bring a shock value to bring attention to your cause. You know, I hear that Charleston White do a lot of good things for the community. I was just in Dallas. People was telling me, you know, Charleston be doing things. Now, I had some people tell me Charleston be on some other shit, but I had a lot of people tell me Charleston is a dope guy, and it's the internet shit. You know, this brings his attention up, and he's able to help the community more. But like I say, I want to be honest now. I'm truth teller. I got to give you two perspectives. That was the good perspective, you know? So I got to give you the other perspective, okay? This, my other perspective, though. The clout is serious, you know? I done seen clout turn some of the goodest people into bad people. Like, some of the best people with the best hearts and just best energies and good spirits. I done seen the clout demonize them instantly. You know, if you can't handle this shit is, you know, just to wake up one morning, everybody know who you is, you're making money off this shit, you're gaining popularity. That should have changed your whole perspective. You know, you got to be careful with this shit. You got to remember, that ain't much. Look. I want y'all to listen to me real quick. Get close. I want y'all to listen to me. That ain't real love in them likes. You know, now it might be some love in them likes, but all them likes ain't real love, man. So you can't let that internet push you into bad shit. I done seen this. Look, I done seen the clout turn good people into scammers, scamming their fans and scamming for features and just scamming on promo deals and any kind of shit, man. I done seen the clout turn people friends against the person with the clout because he changed overnight. And ain't that he changed, it's just that people around him changed because they can't handle the fact that he's a little popular now, you know. I done seen the clout, you know, cause people to do things that they would normally do because they being recorded. I done seen the clout cause people to crash out. You got to be careful, you know. And that's one thing I would tell Charleston White, be careful of the clout because, you know, I didn't see, look, I'm going to tell you another thing, too. And I noticed this about Charleston because, you know, don't take this the wrong way, Charleston. Please don't be on the video. You know what I'm saying? Because this not what I'm on. But, you know, I didn't see another thing, too. And I'm going to say this. If you're not careful, you know, if you're not very, very careful, you'll fuck around and turn into the shit that you just, look, you'll fuck around and turn into the shit that you despise the most, you know? If you're not all the way careful, you might mess around and turn exactly into the type of person you don't like, you know? Because when I seen some of them videos of Charleston White kissing on the dolls with the gun, talking shit to Bo Deal, talking about he with Tukaville, fuck Von and Mama and all kind of shit like that. When I seen that, for a minute, you know, if I didn't know who that was, you know, and I ain't know his voice, I would have thought that was one of them young rappers out there that be on there dissing dead people and gangbanging shit. You know, I wouldn't thought that was a dude for the hood who give back, who helping out in the communities. Even though that might be what you're doing. So that'd be my only advice. I don't think he need no advice from me. That guy been killing it on the internet. You know, the internet has kind of blew Charleston White all the way up, you know. And I just think, you know, he got a big lane. I think a lot of people pay attention to him. I think he 100% standing 10 on blowing up off this shit. So he not finna play no games. He got a different perspective on shit. And that's how people be. You can't really get me into that, you know? So people always ask me about Charleston White. I think Charleston White is dope. It's a few things that he be doing that I think, wow, you know, I wouldn't stand behind that. But from my overall, I think he's a pretty dope dude, man. And, you know, it's a lot of y'all niggas be saying wild ass shit, man. It's a lot of y'all be saying wild ass shit in your music, wild ass shit in your songs, so you can't really just hold that shit to Charleston White. He an older guy, you feel me? You see the old bunch of people bumping out of his head, shit, he pepper spray. What else he thought he was gonna do? He talking tough, he know the camera's on. You know, if you gonna help him go viral, then that's on you. You know, that's what the internet is for. And he using the internet for what the fuck it's for. Whether, you know, that shit can get you harmed because I want to put asterisk on it. Stuff like that can get you harmed now. Somebody might see you and knock you out. Now that's on you, you know. But I think he understand he gonna stand 10 toes and keep doing what he doing. He been killing it on the internet lately. But for all the people ask true, do he rock with Charleston White? You know, I think he dope, but I do think he walks a strong line, you know. And that's my opinion. But I don't support none of this shit about dissing the dead people and all that shit there. I don't support that. But I do be watching Charleston and he do be saying some shit that I have you like, damn. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Tommy Truth. Bleh.